Oh, hi Kate, my name's Daniel, I'm your personal trainer today. Before we get started, I just need to go through some online health and safety checks. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start with the Stage 1 APSS form. The system's designed to identify clients that might be at high risk of illness, physical harm or death as a result of physical activity. Don't worry about the death part too much. So we'll start from the top here. So I've got 6 questions for you. So has your medical practitioner ever told you that you have a heart condition or have suffered a stroke?
No.
No. Do you ever experience unexplained pains or discomfort in your chest at rest or during physical activity and exercise?
No.
Do you ever feel faint, dizzy or lose balance during physical activity or exercise?
No.
Have you had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention at any time over the last 12 months?
No.
If you have diabetes type 1 or type 2, have you had trouble controlling your blood sugar, glucose in the last 3 months?
Nope. Don't have diabetes.
And do you have any other conditions that may require special consideration
No.
for exercise? Okay, great. Thanks for answering those questions. Okay, because you answered no to all of those, we can move on to the next section here. And it's just basically I'm going to ask you about like your current physical activity and how often you do it, like through the week and the duration.
Mm-hmm.
So how often would you say you work out during the week, if at all?
I mostly go to the gym and about 4 times a week.
And how often is that? How long are those sessions roughly?
Around between 50 minutes and an hour.
Okay, cool. All right, well that gives you about 200 minutes of total like vigorous to high exercise. What do you do at the gym when you do that? Like lots of like deadlifting and stuff like that?
I used to do running, like the cardio machines and weights, but now I mostly just do resistance work, so squats, deadlifts, upper body, lower body weights.
Okay, well it sounds like you're pretty active already, and because you have over 150 minutes of weekly workout time, we can continue on with your usual or current physical, and we don't need to modify anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're happy with that, I'll just get you to chuck your signature down there, and I'll put the date.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. The 17th of there.
March, yep.
All right, done. Okay, so now we move on to the needs analysis form.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just to understand what kind of physical activity you're currently doing and or what you've done in the past, and it'll help us understand to further like tailor our services and design a training program that's suitable to your needs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got your details in here. Height established, date of birth. Is that contact number correct?
040. Yep.
Okay, great. And now we put in your. So you mentioned with your history, you've been doing a lot of resistance training, running, and.
Yeah, so I used to run, play netball and do weights, but now I've stopped netball and I'm not really running, I'm just doing resistance work at the gym.
Okay, cool. All right. And your current physical activities mentioned about 50 minutes, 4 times a week, resistance training.
Yeah.
What is your like preferences, would you say, in the gym?
As in like which body parts?
Yeah, like what do you mostly like to focus on?
I try and do upper body separate and lower body, but I try and do more lower body sessions because that's more like the part that I'm interested in working on.
Okay, cool. Do you have like some sort of maybe a goal that like you want to achieve with your lower body training or just general training at all?
So I try and do the heavy lifts first, so either like squats or deadlifts, and a goal that I always used to have was to squat to deadlift twice my body weight, which I've achieved, but the goal that I haven't achieved is I've always wanted to be able to squat my body weight for a few reps.
Okay, maybe like 5 reps, would you say?
Yeah, 5 reps of body weight would be something I'd love to be able to do.
And what would you say you squat 5 reps at the moment, roughly? What kind of weight would you say you can do 5 reps for?
20, 30, 40. For 5 reps, I'd probably be able to do, like, with good form, probably 45 kilos.
And although I'm gonna take your body weight. Do you know roughly what it is at the moment, just so we can see what kind of time range we'll be able to achieve this goal for?
I'm usually around between like 63 and 64 kilos, but I haven't really weighed myself for a couple of months, so.
All right. I think we could probably do that in 3 months, and we can check along the way, make sure we're on the right track.
Yep.
So I think that's a good goal. All right, so now we move on, just with the we're doing the pre-exercise screening tools. So we've got no to all questions, so we can move on ahead with our health check. So you can train at a high intensity, and you actually don't need a referral today because of the answers that you've given me. But if you do need a referral, I just ask if it's okay if I consent that I could give you a referral to a doctor if need be, which you don't need today. Okay, great, thank you. All right, first things first, we're going to check your weight. So we have scale here. So we'll just jump on that. And we'll mark it down. Okay. Cool, 64.2.
That's pretty close to what
it is, nearly exactly. Okay, now I'm going to measure your height. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to get you to stand against this wall. So I'll move this camera so you can see. And I'm going to use just a, where's that tape measure?
Next to my phone, is it? Next to my phone? The purple one.
Oh, yes. Alright, so I'm going to put this up against the wall. So stand up straight for me. Actually, maybe you should take your shoes off. So, if you're okay with that. Okay, step away from me. Get you to hold that. Thank you.
Kind of like that. 173, that's exactly what I normally am.
Okay, great. Mark that down.
Was it 173?
173. And I actually have a little BMI calculator here, just to check your BMI, which I'm sure is fine. 21.4.
What's that?
You're healthy. Considered healthy.
Right. Perfect.
Okay, now we're actually just going to take a measurement of your waist. Are you comfortable with me doing that?
Yep.
Okay, I'll just get you to stand up. And I'm just going to use this and just wrap it around about the middle part of your waist. You do it with your shirt on, it's fine. Okay, thank you. 77, which is healthy. All right. Now we're going to take your resting heart rate. So what I'll get you to do, if you're okay with this as well, I'm going to actually touch your wrist, put my fingers on your wrist, and we're going to need a stopwatch first. Just. All right. So we're going to count how many beats we get. 30 seconds, and then I'll double it. Okay, I got 32. So double that, and you've got 64 resting heart rate, which is also in the healthy range. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to take your blood pressure. Have you ever used one of these before?
Yes, doctors.
Okay, cool. Well, it doesn't take too long. I'll put it on here. But it'll probably get pretty tight when it starts working. So it'll start getting tight now.
Attention, please. Please keep silent.
And then it'll relax.
At heart level.
It's tight now.
Is it?
Thank you. Your blood pressure is
Right, thanks.
pressure.
120 over 75 is very good.
Mercury killer. Diastolic
Just-
pressure 75 millimeter of mercury killer. Your pulse is 62 beats per minute. Measuring result is normal.
Okay,
It's normal.
very normal. All right, great. Well, that's all we had to go through for this part today. Everything looks good. I don't really have any notes. Everything is healthy and in range. So next we can move on and have a look at some fitness assessments. And yeah, we'll get some more information from them. But thanks, we'll move into the other room now.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.